Hi again, firsties. Welcome back. Remember yesterday I introduced you to our new caterpillar friend that I found in the garden, our new classroom pet. And of course, I have it right here. Hopefully, by tomorrow, we have voted and decided on which name is best. Well, anyways, here we are. I thought we should learn some more about this type of butterfly. So let's go ahead and learn a little bit about it. Monarch Butterfly by Gail Gibbons. And I can see it's right in our age range from 3 to 7, but look at the reading level, 3.4. So this is a third grade reading level book. Wow, right? So let's go read it. See what it's about. It says here that a monarch butterfly settles on the leaf of a milkweed plant. She gently presses a tiny egg onto one of its leaves. The egg is the beginning of another. And look at the butterfly, how beautiful it is. That means that our little butterfly friend is going to turn into that kind of butterfly. Oh my, isn't that great? Let's go learn some more. Monarch Butterfly by Gail Gibbons. It's summertime in the north. A breeze stirs the stem of the milkweed plant. The monarch egg is white and shiny. It is the size of a small dot and sticks to the leaf. And look at, here's a diagram, and it says egg. Remember how they caption things for us to learn? We were just learning about captions. When the butterfly lays the egg, she makes it sticky. Wind and rain cannot make the egg come loose. That must be true because it was very windy and rainy. Remember, we had that huge storm. But I still have this caterpillar, right? So the egg must have made it through. And this is the caterpillar larva, how it looks. And that's how my leaves look, like there's holes all in them in my garden. That's why I keep putting more in there for it. See what it says. In a few days, the egg hatches. Out crawls a small caterpillar, also called a larva. So that's the larva there when it's a small one. First, the caterpillar eats the eggshell and then chews away at the milkweed leaf. The egg of a monarch is almost always laid on a milkweed plant. The plant will be its food. Remember this caterpillar, how it woke up very hungry? The very hungry caterpillar? It looks like both of them were hungry, right? Because it ate its own shell even, this caterpillar. Wow, you have to be hungry. Let's see. The caterpillar eats and grows and begins to change. It breaks out of its old skin, showing a new skin underneath. This is called molting. And here's another diagram with a caption to help us learn. Do you see it? The skin coming off? And look how much of the leaf it ate. That's a lot when you look at how little the caterpillar is, right? They eat a lot. For 2 weeks, the caterpillar eats and eats, just like the very hungry caterpillar. It molts about 5 times. Finally, it is a full-grown monarch caterpillar, about 2 inches long. Let's look at ours. Ours doesn't look 2 inches yet, right? But that is our caterpillar. Isaiah was right. It does look just like it. It's black, yellow, and white. And then what happens? Look how it's hanging there. Now something wonderful begins to happen. The caterpillar creeps to the stem of a leaf. It attaches itself to the stem and drops down head first. The caterpillar's bright colors become greenish. Then the skin splits and moves up to the top. The skin falls off. a new strange form appears. It is called the chrysalis or pupa. And you see it right here? Interesting how it turns greenish, right? The chrysalis is like a blanket that is wrapped around the body growing inside. Wrap your arms around you like a blanket. Imagine that's how the caterpillar is. It's wrapped up inside of that, right? That pupa or chrysalis, right? Chrysalis. Interesting. Tells us how to say it right there. Chrysalis. So that's going to happen to our little caterpillar friend right here. Cool. At first, the chrysalis is long and soft. Then it shrinks and hardens and becomes light green decorated with gold dots. Inside, the monarch butterfly begins to grow. About 2 weeks later, the chrysalis changes again. It turns gray-green before becoming transparent. Inside are white dots and orange and black lines. Do you see it? What's inside? Sure enough, look what's coming out. That beautiful monarch butterfly. The chrysalis wiggles, then it splits open. The butterfly begins to pull itself out. The head and legs appear first, and then the rest of it slides out. And look it has an abdomen. Do you see that part of its body here? The wings are tiny and stuck together, and the butterfly's abdomen is big. The abdomen becomes smaller when its fluid is pumped into the wings. The wings become bigger. A caterpillar has turned into a butterfly. This is called metamorphosis. That's a big word. Let's read it together and say it together. Here it is. Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. Can you say that? It's a mouthful, right? The butterfly sits quietly for a few hours, waiting for its wings to dry and harden. At last they begin to move slowly and then beat faster and faster. The butterfly flutters up towards the sky. Monarchs have a bad taste and will make a bird or animal sick if they are eaten. So most of them are left alone. That's smart, right? If you taste bad, nobody would want to eat you. Good thinking, monarchs. There are many parts to a butterfly. And look at all these captions to help us learn. Can you see that this is nonfiction or expository text? It's much different than make-believe, right? Here you can see its wing is labeled, its head is labeled, the feelers or antennas, the tube to its mouth, which is called the proboscis. Try to say that with me. Proboscis. 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 That's how you say it. Interesting. That sucks up the sweet juice called nectar from the flowers, just like you use your mouth. And here you see the thorax part of their body, their legs, and their abdomen. That's almost like their stomachs. Well, the monarch butterfly only flies during the day. When it rains, the butterfly stays dry, hidden under leaves. So on a rainy day, you have to look for butterflies under the leaves. Fall is on the way. Soon it will be cold. If the monarch butterfly doesn't fly south, it will die. Once again, it darts up into the sky. The butterfly will take a long trip to a warmer place. This is called migration. So I wonder if we are part of its migration trip to where it is warmer. Maybe that is why it is here, because it's not that cold here, is it? There's no snow. The monarch will fly to where its ancestors have always gone, sometimes to the very same tree. So, our little friend here, its mom probably came to my yard, and maybe it's grandma, and maybe it's great grandma, and it's great great grandma. It's following the same migration path. Other monarchs keep appearing, making a cloud of orange in the sky. At night, they rest in trees. Sometimes they fly up to 12 miles an hour and almost 100 miles in one day. There could be over 1,000 butterflies traveling together. They fly to places such as Florida, and here's Florida down here. Southern California, that's where we live, right here. And Mexico, right down here. Some butterflies migrate 4,000 miles. They will stay south throughout the winter. So this friend has been hanging out here in California throughout the winter, trying to stay safe and warm in sunny California. That makes sense. Some towns and cities are proud to have the butterflies visit them. They have festivals to celebrate their arrival. Children dress up for parades in butterfly costumes. Sometimes there's a band and visitors come from all around. Maybe we can have a butterfly migration party. This is something we can discuss in class. Let's turn to the next page. Monarchs can cluster together, thousands of them clinging to one tree, a butterfly tree. In the spring, these butterflies will migrate north again to the fields of milkweed plants. How to raise a monarch butterfly? Well, we have one, so this is going to help. Find a big, clean glass jar with a metal lid. Pound several holes in the lid with a hammer and nail so air can get inside the jar. Maybe Mrs. Elkin should look for a bigger jar for our friend then. Today I will look for one in my house. How to find your monarch caterpillar? Well, you can look for one too. It says best late July and August, but I just found ours now. That's the best time. Maybe there's some near where you live. Go to a field where milkweed plants grow and look underneath the milkweed leaves. When you find a monarch caterpillar, pick it up gently. Here's what we need to know: how to care for it. Pick 4 or 5 leaves off the milkweed plant and drop them into the jar for the caterpillar to eat. Then carefully put the caterpillar into the jar and put the lid on. Don't set the jar in a sunny place. Each day, have someone watch the caterpillar while you clean its home. Replace the old milkweed leaves with new ones. Then put the caterpillar back inside the jar. Soon, our caterpillar will change into a chrysalis. When it is full grown, it will hang upside down from the lid of the jar. It will shed its skin and form its chrysalis. Don't touch the chrysalis. I'll have to make sure I don't touch it once it goes into a chrysalis then. And then the chrysalis will change into a monarch butterfly. In about 2 weeks, you will be able to see through the chrysalis. It is time for the monarch butterfly to come out. When it does, it will need a few hours for its wings to grow and dry. And then we will learn how to release it. When it's time to let it go, it does not want to be pet. We carefully let it climb out of the jar and onto our finger. When it's ready to go, it will fly up into the sky, or you can leave the jar opened outside in a safe place. And at the end, it gives a little bit more information. They can fly as high as 2,000 feet and have a wingspan of 3.5 inches. Very interesting. So here we have our monarch butterfly, right? And I saw some important information here about the monarch butterfly. How to care for it. This is going to be important for us. Get out your read and respond notebook. Let's decide how it's best to care for ours. Get yours out now. Here's mine. Yesterday, I thought we should name it Bumblebee. I thought it would be cute because it's black and yellow, just like a bee. Find your next open page. Let's start our next sentence. How to take care of a butterfly. You tell me how. Okay? So, to take care of a butterfly, to, T-O, take. That's the long A sound, right? So it needs the silent E. Take. T-A. Right? The A and E there, making it long. Take. Care. C-A-R-E. Did you hear it? Care of a caterpillar. Remember that word? Cat. Pill. Caterpillar. You. What do I need to do to take care of our caterpillar? You tell me. Finish this sentence. Make sure you start with a capital and end with a period, and then draw a picture so I know how to best take care of our little friend here, right? I want to make sure we treat him right so he can grow into a beautiful butterfly. Do your best. See you in the morning. Bye, firsties.